So Izetta was a really different episode this week, mainly focusing on one of our antagonists infiltrating the castle or appearing to be a normal person moving into the land. It was interesting watching from his perspective for the majority of the episode there. I wasn't expecting something like that coming off of the past few weeks here, and I know some people haven't been enjoying it as much over the past few weeks, mainly due because it's less action-packed and more kind of political, slower, more of the military stuff that not everyone's going to enjoy, but I've been enjoying it. Sure, it has some bumps along the way, and yes, you can say there's been a lot more fan service-esque moments, but really it's only like once an episode, and you could say even that's a lot, but really, when the characters themselves I feel are more than just those shots, it really doesn't bug me, but that's just me. But the episode overall was interesting, watching it from a different perspective, but then going into the ball area where it's Fine and Izetta, they're in their masks, and I don't understand how people can't recognize people in just those simple masks, like, oh, you recognize Izetta? How many, like, redhead chicks are in this ballroom? Only her, and the only redhead we've really seen is Izetta, so of course, people are going to be able to recognize her, but that's that. I mean, look at Superman and all that. He just takes off his glasses and no one recognizes him. The art of, fiction, I guess, but it doesn't make sense. But what's interesting with this is how they're using Izetta's blood. If I'm not mistaken, the vial of blood this guy who's infiltrating the castle was more than likely Izetta's blood, probably from when she was in stasis there and they were transporting her. They might have took her blood just in case things would only activate from her touch. But also, it seems like they might be growing a second Izetta, as last week's episode, for a very brief moment, we saw someone in like a stasis tube that kind of looked like they were growing or maybe turning someone in to another witch, which then she bites and, makes out with Izetta, but really what she's doing is biting her lip so she can suck her blood, which seems to be some sort of key to activating maybe her power, and they're trying to replicate Izetta, but in order to really make it work, they have to still have something related to the real witch, so I think that's what the whole concept of blood is, as we are using the blood to literally activate the thing in the basement there, so the map would be revealed, but also sucking Izetta's blood, vampire style, but with a kiss. It does seem like it's all related to her blood specifically, so it's pretty interesting. I do think they are growing their own witch to counter it, and maybe this witch won't have limitations similar to Izetta. I'm not 100% sure what they're going with there, but I do think she might have been tank bred, in 100% honestly, or they literally turned a normal girl into a witch with technology somehow, just based on the fact that we had the stasis tube last week. That's what I see they're going. But the episode overall I thought was fairly good. I thought it had a nice balance of mystery and kind of intrigue there with the end, the infiltration, but then also some kind of simpler stuff, pulling back, watching it from the antagonist side infiltrate, and even he's questioning, like, I kind of feel bad because these people are treating me nicely and I'm just a traitor to their country, but he's not going to betray his country ultimately. And I really did like that final confrontation between him and the girl in the guard there, and I think he missed his shot on purpose. He wanted to be shot for her, and then he falls down. It's pretty nice, I have to admit. It's sad, but like he says, most fairy tales are changed to have a happy ending, but generally fairy tales are pretty dark, and his ending was pretty much a fairy tale in itself. And I liked the whole sniper at the end. I was like, oh shit, they actually got the spy. That's gonna be great. Oh, look, I'm pretty sure it's the wagon driver. He seems to be with him as well. Like, everyone's just a goddamn spy in this. I mean, Atlantia itself, no one can be trusted here. Like, everyone is betraying everyone here. Everyone is ruining everything. The limitations are gonna be revealed. They're gonna have the full map. Everyone, they have no allies besides really Izetta and herself, and I don't know, I'm wondering how this is ultimately gonna end, We only have 5 episodes or 4 episodes left at this point, and I'm questioning how it's gonna end. Is it gonna end in a victory for Izetta and Fine, or is it gonna end with them dying? Because with this episode, we set it up as sometimes, these fairy tales are changed to have a happy ending. What if Izetta and Fine do die, and they become a tale themselves, just over time it gets altered to have a happy ending? They might go that road, in all honesty. They might actually go that road, but if they do live, I'm interested in what they're going to do with the whole political marriage and things. I know a lot of people are considering Fine and Izetta to be Yuri. To me, I'm going to be 100% honest, it doesn't really feel like Yuri to me. I feel it's more of a sisterly love. I feel like the way Izetta looks at Fine is kind of like how a little sister looks up to her big sister, and the way Fine is treating Izetta, it feels similar, big sister to little sister. That's what I'm getting at. Even with them in the bed from last week and everything, it doesn't feel romance to me. I don't strike this as being romance. If they go that road, it's not to say that it's going to be unexpected. Just to me, it feels more sisterly love and admiration than anything else. But that's just me. But I would be interested if they both do live by the end of this, if she actually marries Izetta Izetta because she will need a political marriage, and having the witch as your spouse is not a bad partner, I have to say. But it'll be interesting what they go with there, and ultimately if this girl is tank bred and all the other things there. But the episode, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm interested to see what next week's brings. So if you watch the episode, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And please be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, also be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.